Stand with your weight evenly distributed between both feet, with the knees slightly bent and soft, and the upper body straight, yet relaxed. You can choose to do this walking meditation up and about, or sitting, or laying down, using your imagination. Your gaze is soft and directed toward the ground, about 5 or 8 feet in front of you. You don't have to stare at your feet with a bent neck. Keep the neck at a normal position. Bring your awareness to the soles of the feet and notice the weight of your body in the heels, the balls of the feet, and the toes. Being aware of all the subtle movements that go on in order to keep us balanced and upright. Very often, we take this for granted, our ability to be able to stand upright. But actually, it took us a couple of years to really learn how to do this. So be aware of the constant adjustments that you're making in order to maintain your balance. These adjustments that we take for granted. And before you start walking, you may notice a mind full of thoughts and stories, distracting sensations throughout the body, and a variety of emotions. Simply notice each distraction with kind curiosity as much as possible, and gently return your awareness to the weight in the feet. And then you can begin to walk at a fairly slow but normal walking pace and in a normal manner. We're not going to be changing the way that we walk. We're simply going to be aware of it. So to begin, keep inattention in the soles of your feet. Being aware of the alternating patterns of contact and release. Being aware of your foot as the heel first makes contact. As your foot rolls forward onto the ball and then lifts and travels through the air. Be aware of all the different sensations in your feet. Not just a contact in the soles of your feet, but the contact between the toes, the feeling of the inside of your shoes if you're wearing them, or fabric of your socks. And let your feet be as relaxed as you can. Become aware of your ankles. Notice the qualities of the sensations in those joints as your foot is on the ground, as your foot travels through the air. And let your ankle joints be relaxed if you can. Make sure you're not holding on in any way. You can become aware of your lower legs, your shin, your calves. You can become aware of the contact with your clothing. Be aware of the temperature on your skin. You can be aware of the muscles. And notice what the calf muscles are doing as you're walking. You might even want to exaggerate for a few steps what those calf muscles are doing, just so you can connect with that. And then let your walking go back to a normal, relaxed rhythm. Encourage your calf muscles to be relaxed. You can be aware of your knees, noticing the qualities of the sensation in your knee joints. Then expand your awareness into your thighs, being aware of the skin. Again, the contact with your clothing, with temperature, being aware of the muscles, and noticing what the muscles are doing. And once more, you might want to use a few paces just to exaggerate those muscles. See them in action. And then letting your walk go back to a normal rhythm. Becoming aware of your hips, the muscles around your hip joint, and relaxing those muscles. Really relax. Even when you think you've relaxed, relax them some more. And just notice how that changes your walk. Notice how the rhythm and the gait of your walk change as your hips relax. You can be aware of the whole of your pelvis and notice all of the movements that are going on in your pelvis. One hip moves forward, and then the other. One hip lifting, the other sinking. And you can be aware of the complex, three-dimensional shape that your pelvis is carving out through space as you walk forward. Feeling your spine extending. You can notice how it moves along with the pelvis. Your spine is in constant motion. It's swaying from side to side. There's a twisting motion around the center. Your spine is in constant, sensuous motion. Notice your belly. You might feel your clothing in contact with your belly. And notice how your belly is the center of your body. Very often it feels like it's down there somewhere because we are so much in our heads. So see to what extent you can feel your belly as the center of your body, as the center of your being. Notice your chest. And just let your breathing happen. Notice the contact that your chest makes with your clothing. Noticing your shoulders. Notice how they're moving with the rhythm of your walking. Let your shoulders be relaxed. And let your shoulders passively transmit the rhythm of your walk down into your arms. Having your arms simply hanging by your sides and swinging naturally. Notice all the motions in your arms, your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, your hands. And feel the air coursing over the skin of your hands and fingers as you swing your arms through the air. Become aware of your neck and the muscles supporting your skull. Notice the angle of your head. And notice that as you relax the muscles on the back of your neck, your chin slightly tucks in and your skull comes to a point of balance. You might want to play around with the angle of your head and see how it changes your experience. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes. And just let your eyes be softly focused, gently looking ahead, not staring at anything, not allowing yourself to be caught up in anything that's going past you. You can be aware of the feelings that you're having. Not in terms of emotions here, but just the feeling tone. Are there things that feel pleasant? Are there things that feel unpleasant in your body or outside of you? So if you notice things in your body that are pleasant or unpleasant, just notice them. Don't either cling onto them or push them away, but just notice them. If you notice things in the outside world that are either pleasant or unpleasant, just allow them to drift by. Just noticing them and letting them drift by without following them or averting your gaze from them. You can notice your emotional states. Are you bored? Are you content? Are you irritated? Are you feeling happy to be doing what you're doing? Again, just noticing whatever emotions happen to be present. And notice your mind also. Is your mind clear or dull? Is your mind busy or is it calm? Just notice these things with no particular judgment. Just noticing, just letting go. And just walk. And just notice. And just be. So in a few seconds, I'm going to ask you to stop. And I'd like you to come to a natural halt. You're not freezing on the spot. You're just allowing yourself to come to a stop. So do that now. Come to a stop. And just experience yourself standing. Notice what it's like to no longer be in motion. Notice once more the complex balancing act that's going on to keep you upright. Feeling once again the weight traveling down through the soles of your feet into the earth. Simply standing and experiencing yourself. And finally, bringing this meditation session to a close.